In this video tutorial, we are going to learn about arrays in C programming. Hello everyone, this is Teja and welcome to Skills Grow. The topics that we are going to discuss in this video are: what is an array, declaration of array, initialization of array, types of arrays, and advantages and disadvantages of arrays. Okay, let's get into our first topic. What is an array? An array is a collection or group of elements of same data type accessed using a common name. That means all the elements that belongs to array are similar. Each member in the array group is referred by its position in the group. Declaration of array. Here is the general form of declaring an array. In the given example, int marks 5, integer is the data type and marks is the name of the array and the value 5 is the size of array. Here is an example program for declaring array. Let's move on to our next topic, initialization of array. An array must be initialized after its declaration or else it may contain a random value. An array is initialized by index. Here the index of an array starts from 0 to 1 minus to its original size. That means the first element of array is stored at array 0 and the last element will occupy array n if n is the size of the array. Our next topic is types of arrays. While learning about arrays in C programming, we should be known about the two different types of arrays. They are one-dimensional array and two-dimensional array. Now let's know about them in a detailed way. One-dimensional array. This allows us to store only a single variable at a time. A one-dimensional array is like a list, so it is also known as linear array. Here is the syntax for array. In the syntax, data type denotes the type of elements in the array, and array name is the name given to the array and it must be a valid identifier. And finally, size is the number of elements that an array can hold. Declaration of array. It is the general form of declaring an array. And here the size should be a numeric constant or a symbolic constant. Initialization of one-dimensional array. An one-dimensional array can be initialized at two stages. They are at compile time and at runtime. At compile time, during this initialization, the array is initialized when they are declared. Here is the general form of initialization of array. And here, the list of values are separated by commas. At runtime, an array can also be initialized during runtime using scanf function. Usually, this is used for initializing large arrays or to initialize an array with user-specified values. Then, the second type, two-dimensional array. The two-dimensional array is also referred as table. A two-dimensional array has two indexes. The first index represents a row and the second represents a column. Here is the syntax for two-dimensional array. In the syntax, keywords data type and array name are as similar in the one-dimensional array. Row size and column size represents the size of the row and column. Declaration of two-dimensional array. A two-dimensional array declaration requires two sets of upper subscripts. The first upper subscript is used for the rows and the second is used for the columns. Here is the syntax for declaration of two-dimensional array. And in the syntax, upper row and upper column are the highest values of row and a column and they must be positive integers. The data type is the visual basic data type of the array. Initialization of two-dimensional array. Here is the syntax for initializing a two-dimensional array. And in the syntax, list of values are the value that an array is initialized to be, and it must be an integer or a character data type. And then let's move on to our last topic of the video, advantages and disadvantages of array. Advantages: easy to sort data. That means we can easily sort the elements of array. Code optimization, which means accessing the data with less code. Random access. We can access the elements randomly using the array. The only disadvantage of array is fixed size. That means we cannot exceed the limit of the size that we define while declaring an array. Thank you for watching the video and log on to skillsgrow.com to learn more courses.